Sara the beautiful unicorn.
My name is Sara. I am the most beautiful and typical unicorn you could ever imagine. My mane and tail are the softest imaginable. Many times, the children who rode on me would lay their heads down on my soft mane and fall asleep while riding. My mane came in all of the colors of the rainbow and would glitter and shine in the sun. Often, after a rainstorm, it would sparkle even more as I shake the dewdrops out of my hair. I also have wings that allow me to fly. They are silver and shiny and could catch the attention of anyone who is nearby at any time. I love to show off my wings.
Often, Sara would get into racing competitions with the other unicorns on the island. Despite all of these good things about Sara, something often got her into a lot of trouble. And that was the fact that she was a big show-off. Instead of using all of her talents and beauty with caution, she often decided to put caution to the wind and just do whatever she wanted, and if she thought she wanted to show off to someone, whether it was a human or another unicorn, then she was all for it. Sara's best friend, Minnie, was a young girl of 7. She was absolutely stuck on unicorns and had always wanted one for herself. She knew that unicorns were magical, and she loved to look at their wings, their mane and tail, and so much more. When she first met Sara, it was as if the match was meant to be. Sara and Minnie hit it off right away and became the best of friends. Sara would often be pompous of her skills and show some of her latest tricks to Minnie. She loved Minnie and wanted to make the little girl smile and laugh as much as possible. Even though Minnie did warn her to be careful sometimes, she seemed to also enjoy the hard work that Sara brought to her work, and so Sara continued. One day Sara and Minnie went walking in the forest. This was one of their favorite places to get out and look around. As they were walking, Minnie asked the unicorn,
"Dear Sara, would it be too much to ask for you to take me up high with you into the great big sky? I want to see the world, especially what it looks like from way up there. Please, Sara?"
Yes, of course, I will, my little friend. When would you like to go up high?
Can we go now?
I don't see why not. Hop on my back and make sure to hold on tight. Use my mane to help you stay steady. Don't worry, it will not hurt me.
Minnie was excited that they were going to fly up high in the sky. She was certain that none of her friends had done this in the past. And Sara was so excited to share the big open sky with her friend and to show off some of the wonderful flying that she could do. Once Minnie got situated on Sara's back, Sara got ready to go. With a few gallops to gain speed, she opened up her beautiful wings and started to flap them. It wasn't long before they left the ground and began soaring up high in the sky. Sara took her time in the beginning, allowing Minnie to get comfortable and try to look around her. At the beginning, Minnie was a little scared. She had never been up high before, and she was worried that she would fall right off. She nestled in close to the neck of her unicorn as they began their ascent. But as Sara worked to steady them and went at a nice and slow pace, Minnie became brave and decided to look around. She sat up straight and watched as all of the houses below, including her own, shrank down in size, until they were just specks in the ground. Sara was happy to see that Minnie didn't seem to be as scared as she was before, and she decided to keep going. She rose up a little bit higher, up to the clouds so they could soar on past every object below. Now, they had really gone so high in the sky. Sara was sure that Minnie would love it. When they got to the clouds, Minnie squealed with delight, reaching out her hand to touch one of the soft, fluffy clouds. She couldn't believe that. She was up so high, up with the clouds with her best unicorn friend. With a bit of urging from Minnie, Sara decided to continue on her path. They flew around the clouds, going up and down, sometimes getting closer to see the lake or some of the little towns nearby, and sometimes going back up into the clouds where they couldn't be seen by anyone. Minnie was having the best time of her life. As she went up and down and got to see all of the sights from a different angle than she had in the past, she felt so free and very alive. She let out a big laugh as she was thoroughly enjoying herself. This gave Sara all the encouragement she needed. If her friend was having so much fun with the activity at hand, then Sara knew she could make it even more fun. It was time for Sara to do a bit of showing off now as always. And with that, she picked up her speed and decided it was time to see just how high she could get. The speed and the height scared Minnie a bit that she grabbed on tight to Sara again, worried about what would happen. But Sara did not notice, she just continued with her flight upwards.
Sara, please stop.
Minnie said after a few more minutes, with Sara going higher and higher and faster.
This is too much. I'm scared.
This is nothing. I just want to show you what I can do.
As they got higher, some rain clouds began to form, and a bit of mist surrounded them. Minnie was finding it hard to hold on tight, and her grasp was not very secure in the long mane of her unicorn anymore. All of a sudden, she slipped, and fell right off the unicorn. She was falling straight to the ground from so high up. Sara noticed her friend let go right away and turned around in dismay. Oh no! Her friend had fallen off her back, and she couldn't fly. Why had she let her own pride and selfishness get in the way of being a good friend? Sara was panicked and thought of what she should do next. She had to save her friend. Little Minnie could not fly on her own, but Sara could. Getting ready for the fastest race of her life, Sara pointed her nose down and started to fly as fast as she could. She just knew she had to get to her little friend before something bad would happen. She was already anxious about what her dear friend would think of her flamboyant nature and so much trouble she had caused. But she had to make sure that nothing happened to little Minnie. Sara was going at the top of her speed to save her friend. It was only a few seconds before she would see her friend hit the ground. A look of panic showed on her face. Sara made a swoop to get right under so Minnie could fall right on her back. She caught up with Minnie with a thud and was able to stop the little girl from hitting the ground. Minnie promised her friend that she was just fine, though a bit shook up. She knew that her unicorn didn't mean any harm, but still, falling from that height was enough to shake anyone up at the thought of it. Sara offered to take her friend home without any flying or tricks this time, and Minnie hopped back on her back, as she was still in shock the whole time. They finally reached their home, and Sara helped Minnie get into her house and get ready for bed. Then she went back to her own stable and lay down, feeling absolutely horrible for what had happened. Because of her need to show off and be the best, she refused to listen to her friend, and had instead gotten her friend in a lot of trouble and could have hurt her really bad. She vowed never to let something like that happen again. Moral of the story: it is fine to be proud of the talents we have, and the things that we can do. All of us are unique and special in our own way. But when we let all of these get to our heads and focus more on showing off, it can get us into trouble.